Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Jimin here. Today I'm going to teach you how you can get to the moon and back in Spaceflight Simulator. So, yeah, no disclaimers or anything like that. Unlike the Windows 10 video, yeah, it's that. Also, for my long-time viewers, which I doubt there are any, if there are any, hello. Um, if my audio sounds different because it is because I got a new mic, but whatever. You are here for the tutorial, not me yapping about my mic. Let's just get on with it. So, once you have made your world, I am assuming this tutorial follows if you created your world in normal mode and sandbox mode, and it's the latest, it's the version I'm currently using, 1.6 point something. Once you're in the world, click build a new rocket, and you will not have the screen for the first time. This is just me. So you will have a blank slate. Once you are here, you can build your own rocket, but what we are going to do is go to the escape menu, which is this menu. Click example rockets and three stage rocket. So this rocket is what we are going to be using to get to the moon. This is a great rocket if you want to, like, I don't know, just get to the moon for the first time and learn how getting to the moon and stuff works. Because once you learn that, you basically learn to get anywhere. Then you just need to build a good rocket. So once you have the rocket loaded in, which by the way, it will load in. It is free, absolutely free. If you're playing on mobile and don't have DLC and all that stuff, you still have this rocket. Don't worry about it. So once you loaded it, you want to click this button down here. It's some for symmetry. Get the landing legs. It's this thing down here and place it on this side. So you have landing legs on both sides. And this is optional, but for better control and stuff, you can add RCS on both sides. Once that's done, you can turn off your symmetry. Then you're done. Click launch. Make your throttle 100%. Turn on ignition and click this down here and blast off. Immediately after takeoff, you will see this thing. This will tell you how to get into orbit. So what you want to do is tilt your rocket a bit in this way, and turn your rocket to where this arrow points. This one down here. So this line at the top of above the rocket should be in the middle of this thingy, and keep going until this disappears. It'll once your trajectory is above the atmosphere, like at minus, turn off your engines. Just like line, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, but just go until it's done. And once you pass the Kármán line, turn on your engines and keep going in a straight line so you can get into an orbit. Once you are out of fuel, click this button so you activate the next stage. Keep doing this until it says something along the line reach low Earth orbit. Once you reach a low Earth orbit, turn off all your engines. Just click spacebar, just turn off the ignition. Then go to your map, which is up here, or for if you're on keyboard, click M. Zoom out, then click on the moon, then click navigate to. Then you will see a transfer window. Time warp to the transfer window, and you'd want to rotate your rocket wherever your trajectory is going towards, as in where this other line is going, or just where your rocket, this arrow in your normal view is. So rotate your rocket that way. So once you're facing the way this line is going, this marks line, this dotted line, I guess. Turn on your engines. You may time warp if you want to, and keep going until this number is zero. Not negative zero, not positive zero, just 0.00 m slash s or 0 meters per second. This will help you get an encounter with the moon. Once it has reached zero, as you can see here, you will have this slow line here. One side says encounter, one side says curved. Inside this sphere, circle, I mean, which is the sphere of influence of the moon, you would want, if you have RCS, you can very easily control this. You would want to um, move your RCS. So, if you don't have RCS, just turn on your engines, but it will be harder to control without RCS. You would want to make it so it is a bit above the moon's surface. Then locate your encounter line, and then from the encounter line, not the escape line, in the encounter line, this side, the side where your encounter is, um, time up a bit below the halfway point. Now, your rocket is facing towards the moon, or then where the encounter line is. You want to turn it away 180 degrees, or just away from the moon, and then turn on your engine so you can get into an orbit of the moon. This will make landing for bit easier. It will take a few tries, but eh, you learn. As you can see, I'm in a high moon orbit, which is different from low moon. As you can see, my velocity is very low and it's increasing, which we don't want. So turn on your engine so after getting into an orbit. So once you reach a high moon orbit, turn on your engines to be below 5,000 meters. Around, I recommend around 2,000, but not touching the surface. So around that works. Oh, it's out here. Look at it. Time warp till like here. It will be a bit different for you, but like a bit away from the center point. It says cannot time warp below 5,000 meters. Turn your rocket, and you may have a lot of sideways velocity. You don't want it's your sideways velocity is zero. Turn your rocket sideways so it's between the downwards line and the sideways arrow. So both your velocities slow down. Once your velocity, downwards velocity, which is this one, it's a bit slower, you can focus on this one because you want to get it to zero. As you can see, it may take you a couple of tries. It's fine. Well, once it's zero, you can click this. You staged. You want to deploy your landing legs. Turn on the engine so your velocity is slow. Turn, lower your throttle so you're slow, but you don't also just go flying. Super slowly land on the surface. Control it, control it. RCS makes it way easier to control, so I recommend RCS. And touchdown. You have successfully landed on the surface of the moon. Now you also want to get back to the surface of the earth, I guess. So here's what you want to do. So once you are done, I know, celebrating your landing, make your throttle 100%, and turn on your ignition and go to your map, and you will want to get into the orbit of the moon. Unlike the Earth, you don't have a guide like I showed you earlier with the arrow thingy, which was over here. There's no guide here, but it's not that hard. Just do the near same thing. Just turn it left a bit, right over and over. Should always. Once you reach a low Earth orbit, you want to zoom out to the Earth, go to the Earth, and then navigate, and then it's basically the same thing. Time up to the transfer window. I'm not above 500 meters, so it will take me a few minutes, seconds. Sorry, seconds. Yeah. Time up. You need to be above 500 meters, 5,000 meters. Time up. Up. Time up. Again, do the same thing. Face your rocket to the dotted lines. Turn on your ignition. Keep going until it's a zero. Won't take that long. You need to align it a bit more. So once you are done, it will be like this. It may not go perfectly into the airspace. That is fine. You can see your escape is this way. So time warp about here. Go. Oh no. Okay, no, never mind. We're on. I thought I do. I was still. I did something wrong. So don't go too close to the atmosphere to the planet. If it's below 30 kilometers, do not go at all. Turn your engines away from the Earth or just facing opposite of this line. Turn it on and have it just in the atmosphere, like around like this. If you have no cheats on, if you have turned off, if you have atmosphere drag, if you have the cheat, you will not have. But without cheats, you have it. You need that. It will slow you down and automatically bring you down. So bring it around 5,000 meters above. Time up till just before the atmosphere. You want to stage now. All of this is gonna burn up. So click this in stage. That is gonna burn up. That's fine. This is, oh my god, don't get destroyed. This is, you need to be very careful. I went way too early, so it was a risk for me. So it so my rocket just came into the atmosphere. That was a risky. So as you can see now, my trajectory has gone down into the surface. If you're making your own rocket, do not forget a parachute, capsule, and heat shield. That is the most important thing. You can time up a bit if you need. Once you enter lower atmosphere, where you are good, you are not going to be burning anymore, and you are stopped burning. So you're gonna start cooling down now, but stay prepared, stay alert. I mean, once you reach 2,500 meters, you have to click this to deploy a parachute. There you go. You don't do it. You don't have to do it exactly at 2,500, but do it before you reach the surface, else you will, crash and your rocket will be destroyed. Where you are landing will be different. That doesn't matter. Like I'm landing in the water, and just chill. We are about to have a touchdown or splashdown, I guess. Once you have 500 meters above the terrain, click the parachute again to fully deploy it. It should also do it automatically, but just in case, at 500 meters, do it. The capsule has cooled down, and touchdown or splashdown, I guess. I don't know. You have successfully went to the moon and back with humans, I guess. Now wait for all this challenge completed messages to come. It will take some time. You can time warp to make it faster, I think. I don't know. Once all your achievements have been gathered, which is still coming, challenges, achievements, whatever. Yep, come on. Once all your challenges have set all your challenges, challenge complete messages are gone. I mean done. Click recover, then click continue, then click. You can click either space center close. Yeah, the capsule will be gone, but now you have the challenges complete. Oh, down here. Alright. So yeah, if I go to Earth, almost all the challenges are complete. And if I go to Moon, almost all challenges are complete. So yeah, that was how you can go to the moon and back in Spaceflight Simulator. I hope you enjoyed, but more importantly, I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you did, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, a subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. I don't care. If you didn't find it useful, I'm sorry. I'll try better. I will try to do better next time. Anyways, bye. How much French fries?